Yo, the lies so that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes wet. Focus on the mental, never lose like a smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose what I get to, never lose smooth on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision that pay me, it's never to sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning is crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, this your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, this your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, this your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
Yeah. Welcome one, welcome all, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Lion Villain Report. I am your host, Russell Wayne, and I'm going to be with you for about the next hour talking some football, talking some Detroit Lions, talking some War Week. We are broadcasting live right now into the Lions Villain Squad Facebook page right there. And we are thanking the 56,000 followers. Why have billions when we can have thousands? Thank you for everybody that is liking and commenting and sharing and subscribing and supporting the UDFA of sports podcasting here at the Lions Villain Squad. We're broadcasting live into the Detroit Lions News Podcast. Thank you to Joe Chapp and the boys over there. Also on YouTube at JC Sports Network and our YouTube page at Lions Villain Squad. We are brought to you by NFL Shop. And you can use this link in the comments right here, and you can get yourself up to 30% off of your order if you go to NFL Shop, our affiliate marketing partner right there. And we have a Facebook Star program. And for our Facebook Star program, we would like to support autism awareness. And our Facebook Stars program will go to support Riker Wayne's World. That's my son right there. He has autism. He has some special needs and a rare genetic disorder that is being studied by the University of Michigan. And my wife's Facebook page is documenting this journey for our family. And she's also a great resource for parents who have children with special needs right there. So if you comment using stars, thank you for supporting our journey. Faith, family, and then football in that order. Yes, we use football to spend time with our family. We don't let football use us. We use football to create memories. We don't let football use us. And join the conversation. Yes, this is all about your thoughts, your actions, what is your thoughts here in the middle of the season right here. The Lions are going into a huge game. So we're going to get into a couple things today. One thing we have to talk about is the Jameson Williams thing. We're going to talk we're definitely going to talk about the war week right here. We want to do the Hump Day preview of Packers versus Lions in Lambeau Field for control of the NFC North Division, which is the best division in football right now. And if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up right there. We got some of the people in here. Let's say hello to our people. Jay Smooth up in the house. Good morning to the NFC North. Fred Peterson's up in the house. Good morning. It's a great day to be a Lion fan. Paul Jones is in the house, and Paul Jones always gives me a reminder to say something. He says, I don't do enough promoting of our Facebook group. And if you're on some of these Lions groups, it sucks because you have all these spam posts, people trying to sell you tickets, people trying to get you to buy their bull crap, trying to sell you that this player's died in a car accident. If you're sick of those, there's our group right there, the Detroit Lions main event. And part of the reason it's really, really good is because of Paul Jones. Thank you, Paul Jones. Thank you to Jeff Addison for keeping that group clean, kicking out all the spammers, and making it a great place where you can go and just comment your favorite Lions stuff on there. Moon's Car, Blade, what's up in the villain squad? That's my friends right there. My friends are in the house. What's up, John? What's up, Davey? I know we might have already said hello to you, but that's all right. We'll say hello to you again. And right there is that group for you. Scotty Reno's up in the house. And Henry Gray. Yes, we can. You can hear me. That's all good. That's all good. Now, one of the things I don't like talking about here, and this frustrates me. It frustrates me that I got to come on here and tell you stuff about Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams, police currently investigating the circumstances around the traffic stop. The traffic stop on October 9th, last week, submitted a warrant request to Wayne County Prosecuting Office. He's facing a charge of carrying a concealed weapon in a motor vehicle. Williams' attorney shared why he believes that Jameson Williams will not be likely facing criminal charges. Quote, the gun's properly registered, said Floyd. There's not an issue with regards to that. He's not the driver of the vehicle. His brother is. There is a CPL holder in the car. That kind of immunizes the fact that standard practices and protocols are followed, and then there wouldn't be a criminal charge filed. The Lions released a statement indicating that the organization was made aware of the matter as soon after the police altercation. Quote, Jameson made us aware immediately. And you know what? Let me see if I can put this up here. Jameson made us aware immediately that he was the passenger in a routine traffic stop on October 8th. My bad. I had that off. We discussed the incident with him and have kept the league informed of what we know. We understand he was released without incident or citation. It is now our understanding that the Detroit Police Department is revisiting the matter, and Jameson hired an attorney, and we will not be commenting any further on this. So what do you think about that? I'm frustrated. My first reaction was frustration. My first reaction was frustration because we're competing for a Super Bowl here. Come on, man. We're competing for a Super Bowl here. Get your shit together. Hire somebody that his job is keep my shit together, that keeps all of his ducks in a row. It's like, I don't want to just say that money can solve all problems, but money, when you have money like that, you can hire people that can help you keep your shit together. You know, hanging out with your brother with 2 guns, you know, hang out with some dudes that can help you keep your shit together. The Lions are competing for a Super Bowl. I want to be on here talking about this football game that's going to happen on Sunday. That's what I want to talk about more than anything else. But because I have a daily show and I have to keep up with the daily news, and I got to talk about the stuff when it's out there, I got to talk about Jameson Williams getting stopped in a traffic stop where he didn't have a CPL for his concealed weapon. Come on, man. This is the kind of stuff that makes you shoot yourself in the foot. Pun intended. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Come on, man. This is the kind of thing that's like the maturity thing. How much longer are they going to put up with it? Right now, they say they back him up. How long are you going to put up with this as a Lion fan? Because there's no other problems on the team. I mean, you got a team so good that you can just be minus Aiden Hutchinson, and you can still get after the quarterback, and you can still create turnovers. You can still win football games. I mean, I know the Tennessee Titans weren't that good, but the Vikings were. Vikings were one of the best teams in the NFL. You beat that team without Hutchinson. One Funky Lions fan says Channel 7 just trying to get clicks. Yeah, but this is a real deal. One Funky Lions fan. Make no mistake about it. This is a mistake. If you don't have a CPL, if you don't have a concealed weapons permit, and you have a concealed weapon, that's a felony. That's a felony. Now, I know that they can use discretion, and that's what the lawyer's saying right here, that there's a whole bunch of other factors that were involved. It was a routine traffic stop. He wasn't the driver. His brother had a concealed weapon. There was a concealed weapons permit in the car, you know, to charge him for a felony. But here's the thing. A felony is a felony. You're talking about ruining somebody's life, Channel 7, just to get clicks. That's right. Shame on you, Channel 7. And let's not even mention the other factors that are involved right here. I mean, you want to say that he got preferential treatment? No, actually, the fact that he's a Detroit Lion is working against him. Here's something that out of 500 traffic stops where they use their discretion and they let somebody go and they don't have a ticket. The only reason that they're going back and revisiting this thing is because he's a Detroit Lion. That's the only reason they're going back to do it. Everybody else would have been just let off. Do you know how many people are running around that don't have concealed weapon permits that get pulled over and they don't even want to do the paperwork and they let them go? Do you know how many times that happens in Detroit? My gosh, if they arrested everybody that didn't have a concealed weapon permit in Detroit, they wouldn't have enough room in the jails. I'm not saying that this isn't serious, but this could be serious. This could be serious because Channel 7 decided that they want clicks. They're going to get him on a technicality. If they go in there, this would be like I heard this on Crunch Time Sports yesterday. This analogy used. This would be like them going into an old folks home with a bunch of people gambling on bingo without their license and arresting a bunch of old people, getting them on a technicality. That's not what the law is for. How about that over 40-point game, though? 52 points. Let's freaking go. You damn right I do. I love it. For all the gun owners, will be an interesting to see about having a gun under the seat with another piece and having a CPL on a car. But JMO, Christ's sakes, put it in the trunk. I mean, this is going to end up being a dumb mistake. That's what this is. This is a dumb mistake. But this is a dumb mistake that might cost him serious. A felony. Now, they don't think that there's going to be that's what I'm reading from this article right here from Detroit Lions, SI.com. John Macaroon, he writes this article. There wasn't a criminal charge filed. That's what they're trying to figure out, is if he got some kind of preferential treatment. But this is something that happens all the time. Like as of right now, this looks like it might be a non-issue. But the thing is, it's a non-issue that is like a grenade in your hand, and you need to get this thing out of your hand because it could blow up in your face. I mean, and I'm not even talking about the football implications. I'm talking about a 23-year-old kid that could have his life ruined over, paperwork. I mean, you're telling me in the light of what just happened last week with Josh Reynolds, these guys are, it seems like they're taking a chance every time they go out into public. Mike Fisher says, Plaxico Burris, hopefully Facebook will slow me to speak. Hopefully Facebook will slow me to speak since YouTube wouldn't not. I don't know. What is YouTube? Is YouTube doing something again? Is YouTube doing something wrong? Let me get my YouTube up there. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Get in there. Looking in the live chat. It looks like the chat's working just fine. Looking like it. We got some people on there right now. Half the people on the YouTube. Hit that subscribe button while you're on there. Hit the like button. Do you like football? Do you like the Detroit Lions? Hit that like button because that's what we talk about here every day on the Villain Report at 10 a.m. One funky Lion fan says if JMO was driving, then he would be the one concealing weapons since wasn't so a decent lawyer would just get it thrown out. It's a nothing story. Well, it's not a nothing story. It's the front page of all the stories. Unless you have a felony, concealed carry license is so easy to get to. Why do it the wrong way? I think he just thought that he was covered. You know, I think he does too much. Oh, yeah, I'm good. You know, you need to hire somebody, Jameson, to go through your ducks, and you need to have him go behind you and make sure that they're all in a row. Corey Patterson said his brother's license covers both. I get it. JMO needs to relax, but he has the right to have a firearm. He's a professional athlete. The gun was registered to him if it wasn't registered to him. That's not what I'm hearing. What I'm looking at right here is the law does not cover Jameson with his concealed weapon. He needs to have a concealed weapons license as well. Technically, he needs to, but they let him go in the traffic stop because there were 3 elements. There was no crime being committed. It was a routine traffic stop. There was a concealed weapons permit in there, but on a technicality, he broke the law, Corey. And it is registered. The gun was registered. And I think that's what is going to save him ultimately. But if they want to get nitpicky, they could do something. I mean, that's drastic. I don't think it's going to turn into anything. Fred Peterson says, I have my CPL in the state of Michigan and carry most days. JMO not having a CPL and just having his firearm under his seat is not legal, even with his brother having his. Technically, it's not legal. But they let him go in the routine traffic stop because the other factors were in there. And that's what I think they're going to find out. I think it's going to be really hard for them to charge him with something after the fact where they made the discretion thing because they don't want to turn this into something else. You know, Mike Fisher says personal assistants are a real thing. JMO needs one. Henry Gray says a cop that turned in the body cam footage must be a Viking fan. Hopefully he gets it together soon. Or might be time to get rid of him. Can he have a few more? Can't have him play a few more games and then out a few games. He needs to get his act together. I have a hard time with it. This makes me feel a certain way, you know, like here's a guy that I keep giving passes to over and over and over and over and over again, you know, because look at that speed, man. You can't teach what he has. He's exciting to watch play football. But you cannot have a grenade in a room where you're trying to win championships. You're trying to win championships. So this is a distraction. Regardless, you know, I think our room is fine. I think our room is fine. I think that they keep their shit together in the middle of, you know, adversity. They do that. I don't think that JMO has the power to crash this locker room. But it sucks, though. It sucks because he's going to miss out on an opportunity if he keeps going down the way that he's going. But maybe he just needs to get a personal assistant. All right, let's get this in here. Fred says, I agree, Joe. Honestly, I think getting a CPL is too easy in Michigan. I don't want anyone to be able to carry. I practice often, and many don't. I see too many idiots that do the caring that shouldn't. Chad says Lions at Fudge Packers 27-23. I like that. Thank you for getting these in. Maybe we can get away from all of this stuff because I don't even want to talk about it. You know, Moon's car, put it in the trunk. It's an illegal case unloaded. An illegal case unloaded, even loaded, it's still not legal. 50 burger. Yes. Heart. What's up, Russ? For example, the state of Illinois does not acknowledge Michigan CPL. I can travel through the state of Illinois with my firearm in a vehicle, but I cannot step out of my vehicle with it. Got it. All right, we got a Packer fan in here. Nice. I wanted to put a shout out right here to rest in peace to the fans that can dish it out. And I'm going to throw this out to you because all the Packer fans that were in here and that went into witness protection last year, I want to say rest in peace to all of the fans that could dish it and couldn't take it. And the top reasons to ghost the villain. The number one reason, obviously, is your team lost and you can't take it. So you come in and you run your mouth on my program. And then what happens is after we beat your team's ass, you go into witness protection. So we'll see how long Jimmy he's got it all in here. Let's get all of his stuff in there. Let's go. Go Pack Go. Best team y'all played so far. Why? How y'all beat us. Oh yeah. Goff is done. Yeah, look at all the smack talk. We had been free without smack talk for like 2 days, but now since we're gonna get in here, yeah, St. Brown is 5'11". Who will beat us out deep? Who will beat us deep in Detroit? Shut down the run so St. Brown, Detroit beat us in the air. That's right. That's right. Talk it all up, man. Type a whole bunch of stuff in there. I want to see it all in there. True that. True that. Kim agrees with me. Says he should have paid somebody to line up the ducks. See, Jimmy hasn't been in here yet. I don't know. I haven't seen Jimmy in here yet. Jimmy's random Packer fan gonna come in and talk some smack on the show. We'll see how long this lasts because we invite everybody. We had some Viking fans, we had some Bear fans, but they went into witness protection because they can dish it, but they can't take it out. What are the top reasons? Oh, they make up all kinds of reasons the next day. You know, their dog might have died like 8 months ago, but they're going to use this. Oh, man, I didn't want to get on there. My dog died. Oh, no. My cousin's brother Sue's bullfrog has cancer. Oh, I just couldn't deal with all of this other things that aren't my team losing. I'm going to give you a whole bunch of reasons why to ghost the villains so that the villain will feel bad if I actually call you out. The villain don't feel bad. The villain don't feel bad no more. I invite you all onto my show. I let you run your mouth over and over and over again. I make predictions. And you know what? I'm consistent with my predictions. I had Viking fan come on here and tell me that all I do is talk shit about the Vikings. And that's not true. That's not true. Anybody that's watched the show long enough that I gave the Vikings their kudos. Just like I'm going to give Green Bay their kudos. And I'm even going to agree with Sir Troll that just decides to come out of nowhere. Jimmy Hoffa. That, you know, that you come out, these Packer fans and these troll fans that come out about as often as Jimmy Hoffa does. They're still trying to find Jimmy Hoffa. They don't know where the hell he is. just like Packer fans after a loss. We don't know where any of you are. It's like finding Jimmy Hoffa. Where's Jimmy Hoffa? He was here a minute ago. He was running his mouth a minute ago. Lions are favored in Lambeau. Yeah. Lions are favored in Lambeau, and for a reason, too. And that's without Hutchinson. Oh, y'all remember what happened last year on Thanksgiving? Yeah, we do. That's why I think we're going to whip your ass on Sunday. In Lambeau Field. Again. Again. How many times we got to whoop you in Lambeau before it's not a home field advantage anymore? I got to do it. LOL. You ain't shutting down the run. You can sleep on Patrick, Leaf, and Laporta. They will wake you up. It's all right. Let them talk their smack. I want them to get them all puffed up. I ain't in here guaranteeing no win. This is War Week, baby. If I had to guess, I would think that this game's going to come down to a possession. Kneecap biting. What's up? National media saying it's unregistered, but local media has stated it's a registered gun. That's the thing, Jeremy. Here we are. And I can't believe it. Like we're in here divided on this thing. And it's frustrating to me, Jeremy. It's frustrating to me. Come on, man. I don't even want to talk about this. National media is going to try to spread it on a little bit, right? Ooh, got to make sure, got to put it right in the front. What are this thugs out there? It's like, guys out there, a registered gun. It's a registered gun. The lawyer has made the statement on there. It was a registered gun. They had a CPL in here. And I'm just frustrated, Jeremy. I'm frustrated. That's why I said, come on, man. I'm on here 5-6 days a week in the morning. And I got to talk football. This ain't football. I don't want to talk this stuff, but I have to. But I got to do it. We got the Hump Day preview. We're coming into a game. This game is so big. And there's an opportunity right here. And I don't think that the Lions are underestimating this opportunity right now. Because the opportunity, the fact of the matter is that there's a good chance that you're going to see at least 3 out of 4 of these teams make the playoffs. If not all 4 of them. I mean, how the hell is that even possible? Yes. But the Lions have an opportunity right here to create some distance, because right now they're already a game ahead of everybody, right? So now you're playing the Packers head to head. If you go to 7-1 and send them to 6-3, you create a 3-game lead because of the tiebreakers between you and, the closest team, depending on what the Vikings do this week. So there's an opportunity in here. Now, if the Packers win the game, then we're in this like gridlock thing. The Vikings have beat the Packers beat the Lions beat the Vikings, and it's like this trifecta in exactly what you would think in a competitive NFC North. But the Lions have a chance to create some distance. They can create distance. The Packers are trying to keep pace. The Packers have an opportunity to keep pace with the Lions by getting a victory at home. And they're capable of it. It ain't no slam dunk. I mean, I ain't going to talk that much smack, but I think the Lions are going to win the game. I think they're a better team than the Packers. Team. It's team. Fred, regardless of who plays Sunday, whether Love or Willis, this is going to be a good, tough game. A-Dub's in the house. Now, A-Dub is one of those rational Green Bay Packer fans. You know, there's a couple good ones in every single fan base. And I don't think that I would ever accuse A-Dub of ducking me. A-Dub has had many of conversations with me, and he can hold his own in a football conversation. So kudos to you, my Green Bay Packer fan friend. Jimmy D. Okay, you guys. A-Dub. A-Dub's getting some love in here for sure. A-Dub. Hey, Jeremy, we embrace the clowns. The clowns come in and then they leave. It's okay. It's okay. We know who the real fan base is. The fact that we don't know, we're a community here. We're a community, right? We've been doing this long enough that, our regulars know who the regulars are. We know who the regulars are. So we invite brand new people. How does not one but two Detroit police officers not know who Jamison Williams of the Detroit Lions is? I don't know. Yardage-wise, the Lions have the edge in every statistical matchup. Says, y'all defense hasn't been tested. All right. Man, the defense hasn't been tested. Let's think of these wide receivers that we just faced. I mean, what are you even talking about here? Jimmy says, y'all's defense hasn't been tested. So the team that beat you, the Minnesota Vikings, that's not a test. Justin Jefferson clowning the Green Bay Packers defense. That's not y'all's defense hasn't been tested. I mean, y'all's defense hasn't been tested. You think you think that you have a defense that can stop this offense? You better want to score 31 points. Because if the Lions can hold the Packers to under 31 points, I think that they're going to win the game by 2 touchdowns. This is a good matchup. And here's the thing is like the Lions match up like a nightmare to the Green Bay Packers. The Lions have the advantage on the offensive line side of the ball. And the reason why the offensive juggernaut that is the Detroit Lions is so dangerous, it isn't because of the playmakers. So, who is stopping our run? That's a good question. Who is stopping our run? Well, the Lions' run defense will stop your run. The Lions' run defense will make you one-dimensional and force you to throw the ball all the time. And that's just what they do to everybody. You're not going to run against us. Jacobs isn't going to run against us. Aaron Jones didn't run against us. Tony Pollard didn't run against us. Kenneth Walker didn't run against us. Kyron Williams didn't run against us. But they ran against you. but they ran against you. So I undefeated Seahawks, undefeated Titans, come again. Yeah, Jay Smooth. And now we finally have a kicker. You could score 30 and still lose to the Lions by 17. Love to throw Curb and Brian Branch. We will pound the ball and wear out the Packers D. And there's something to be said about that. Because that's the thing, is the Lions offense wears you down. And Josh Jacobs is a good running back. You know, when you look at yards after contact, Josh Jacobs breaks tackles. Josh Jacobs breaks tackles. But is that really the most dangerous thing that's out there? Is somebody that can break tackles? Because we got a lot of guys that can break tackles on the Lions. I mean, pretty much everybody on our offense can break tackles. But the thing that should scare you, Jimmy, is that Jahmyr Gibbs scored a 70-yard touchdown in the last game where he didn't have to break any tackles. Yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs scored a touchdown in the last game because he didn't have to break any tackles. You're talking about skill guys. You're talking about your rookie safety has the highest PFF grade. It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a good match. You're overmatched on defense. Like, the first thing that you have to ask if you want to beat the Detroit Lions is, can your defensive line match up with our offensive line for 4 quarters? And so far, nobody's been able to do that. And that is what it is, you know? So I got, let's look at the scouting report. You know, just as the Lions are getting comfortable at home with the 52-14 win over the Tennessee Titans, they head back on the road. They just don't play on the road, though, right? It's the NFC North Divisional Championship. Nah, it's not the championship, but this is for control of the NFC North. 6-2 Packers versus the 6-1 Lions. Packers with a chance to take control of the NFC North, but really put everybody in a big smorgasbord right in the middle. Nice little pack. And give everybody a chance. But the Lions have a chance to create some distance with this. Green Bay's on a winning streak. They won 4 in a row. But the biggest question heading into the game, I would say, is probably Jordan Love's health. As a Lion fan, let me throw this out there. As a Lion fan, who do you want to face? Would you rather face Jordan Love or Willis? I'll ask that. Let me type that in there. Would you rather face Willis or Love? Make sure I got that all spelled right there. Who would you rather face? Because you got 2 different looks right here when I look at Willis and Love. Love has the wow factor. That dude can throw some wacky arm angle, crazy off platform, crazy throw, like amazing wow you plays. But half of those plays lead to interceptions. So would you rather take us being able to get turnovers, but, a guy that is unpredictable in Jordan Love because he can score on you or he throws a turnover? I mean, He reminds me so much of Brett Favre, it's ridiculous. Or Malik Willis. Malik Willis seems to me like more of the game manager guy that's going to just do, I think he's going to protect the ball better, but he doesn't give you the wow stuff like Jordan Love does. So who would you rather face? Jordan Love, Malik Willis? See, Jimmy, I got to call. I'm going to call you out here. We haven't played from behind yet. Are you joking? Here is the perfect example. Here is the perfect example of a guy who only watches his own team. We haven't played from behind yet. We haven't played from behind yet. They literally won a game 2 weeks ago where they were down and they had to drive down and get a game-winning field goal to beat the Minnesota Vikings. In week 1, the Lions won a game in overtime where they were down and they tied the game and then went into overtime. I mean, are you kidding me right now? Man, come with some real stats, bro. Man, I thought I was dealing with a smart Packer fan. He doesn't even watch the other games. Let's get back into seriousness here. So, would you rather face Jordan Love or Malik Willis? Jeremy don't care. Don't care. You play who's in front of you. This clown is a little kid. The way that he talks, his mom doesn't even know that he's online. Yeah. He's going, bathroom! 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 All right. There we go. I need to make sure that gets thrown out there. Bathroom! So, to me, I would rather face Malik Willis. I would rather face, because Jordan Love he got paid the money for a reason. And if I'm looking at this, I mean, this is such a big week. This is a big week. You want to create some distance. You want to create some separation. I mean, and I know that there's some of the Lions fans and the Lions players that remember what happened on Thanksgiving. And you got to give kudos to the Packers for coming in and punching us in the mouth, leaving a bad taste in our mouth, because I think that set up a streak to end our season, which had us winning a couple playoff games. So the Green Bay Packers started that. Sometimes it takes a good punch in the mouth to let that happen. But we remember what happened. The players remember that what happened, and we retained most of the players that were on that game. So this is one of those revenge games for us. This is one of the games that you marked on the schedule. So here's the stats. Let's look at this. The Green Bay Packers so far, week 1, lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, and then they 34-29. Jordan Love got injured in that game. And Malik Willis stepped in week 2 with the Indianapolis Colts, where they won that game 16-10. And then they beat the Titans. They beat that Titans ass just like we beat that ass. Well, not as bad as we beat that ass, but 30 to 14. And then they lost to the Vikings 31 to 29. And then they beat the Rams 24 to 19. Then they beat the Cardinals 34 to 13. Then they defeated the Texans. And this week they just defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars. So stats, they're 6th in points scored, 11th in points allowed, 8th in DVOA, 5th in offensive DVOA, 11th in defensive DVOA. So we don't know if Jordan Love is going to play. I think Xavier McKinney is one of the best safeties in the league. He's somebody that you got to contend with. It's hard to get the ball deep. And to the credit of Xavier McKinney, I don't even know. I don't know how many deep shots I'm even going to see the Lions take on this. I think the Lions are going to be able to work over the middle. They're going to be able to run the football the entire game, I think. They're going to be able to control the line of scrimmage. So with their defensive backfield, especially if Jair Alexander plays, I think they are going to work the middle of the field. So let's see what else they got in here. The key players to monitor in this game is cornerback Jair Alexander. Is he going to play in the game? Cornerback Corey Ballantyne. Quay Walker is in concussion protocol. And Evan Williams, their safety, the one that Jimmy's talking about, has a hamstring thing that he is dealing with. So we're going to deal with that. But hey, you guys get in there. You guys get in there. Hey, the Lion fans are going to have their fun with you, Jimmy. You lost me when, like, if you're going to argue with me, in order for you to be able to argue with me, you got to be factual. And you got to argue from a point that shows that you're smarter than just coming in and being like, yeah, your team sucks. We're going to beat your ass. You know, we're going to try to get you. But we'll see how long you stay here. Because top reasons to ghost the villain is your team will lose. Because you came in with a lot of smoke. You came in with a lot of smoke. And I'm not going to find out who Jimmy Hoffa is. We ain't even going to find Jimmy Hoffa. I'm going to figure out who Jimmy Hoffa is. If he can come back after taking that L. Are you going to come and take? Are you going to come back and show? You're going to show up if you lose? Or are you just like everybody else that comes in and runs their mouth and then they ghost the villain? Because the villain keeps it real. The villain comes in here 6 days in a row after the loss. The villain takes his medicine when the loss comes in. And fortunately, it's been a good year so far. It was only the Tampa Bay week where I had to eat my 6-day crow. But I'm ready to eat my crow. I can eat my crow, but nobody else has. They all ghost. They come in strong and tough like you. They come in, yeah. But what we're looking for, we are looking for the good fans that can dish it out. And what happens is we build good friendships. We build good community, because one of the things that we talk about on this program that I think is important, and this is where the core of us comes in. If you didn't catch that, it's faith, family, and then football. It's in that order. We use football to create the memories and to spend time with our family. We don't let football use us. That way we can keep it in perspective. That way I can love the person. I can say, man, I love Jimmy Hoffa, but your team sucks. I don't like your team. And then that way, if it's in perspective like that, then I don't have to hate you. You don't have to take it personal. You don't have to take it personal. I didn't mean anything against you personally. I mean, I don't want to say that I told you so. But, I mean, in the preview for this game right here, I love the way the Lions match up against the Packers. It's like the most success. So the Packers got a lot of good offensive weapons. But if you look at their offensive weapons, the most success that was got against those offensive weapons was in man coverage in teams that have a deep enough roster to be able to cover 3 deep. And the Lions play predominantly man. And I think that Amik Robertson, Carlton Davis, and Terrion Arnold match up very well against all 3 of the Green Bay Packers wide receivers. I think the Lions have a defensive front in the middle of that defense with DJ Reader and Lee McNeil that create problems. Levi Onwuzurike, they create problems and make you have to think about what you're going to do with the football quickly. There hasn't been a lot of good pockets. But the defensive backfield being able to cover in the way that they are, the ball hawking skills of Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph, I think we match up well, defense to offense. And offense to defense, I don't see anything from the Packers that make me think that we're not going to be able to just run the football, that we're just going to be able to go right off of Penei Sewell's side and run the football in between Kevin Zeitler and Penei Sewell. Get him out on the edge. I don't see anything from that defense that can stop us from doing that. Is Broderick Martin coming back? Broderick Martin was on the IR, right? And now he's in his window. I think he's in the 21-day window right now of coming back. Jeremy would probably be better on that. Let's see. He's trolling. He's coming in with the weak troll. Rush, your connection on Facebook isn't good today. I have to keep switching back and forth between there and YouTube when I freeze up. Yeah, I don't know. I have no control over that, but that's cool to know that, like, the connections to either one of them are different. So if it's connecting better on YouTube, everybody, you can go over to the YouTube and you can subscribe, and that'd be cool. St. Brown is a top 5 wide receiver in a league. We trust him. I would agree with that. I thought Hoffa was buried in a swamp in Florida. Yeah, most of the Packer fans have been in witness protection, so it's nice that we have somebody in here representing. And don't worry, the smack talk will wear off after a while. Jimmy says we have good receivers. Good receivers get calls. And you do. Yeah, I think you have a trio of really good wide receivers. I think Jaden Reed can be special. I think that he can be a top 10 wide receiver in football. We'll see how he finishes this year, but he is a danger right there. I like Romeo Dobbs. I liked him coming out of college. I liked I think they played for Indiana, and he was just one of those late round guys that you could just tell. And then Christian Watson, I mean, I could take him or leave him. I mean, there's speed guys all over the place, but he's got world-class speed. Anytime that he's out there, you got to account for him to run past you. So that's so I'll give you the wide receivers, but the Lions defensive backfield is a lot better than a night and day better than it was last year when you faced them with the same guys. You had the same wide receiver crew, but we have a way better defensive backfield than you faced. So we'll see how that's going. It's a 4:25 game, not prime time. Yeah, we trust in every player that we become, and we play for each other. Team effort. Yeah. We play like a team. We don't have to shut down receivers. We outscore everyone. You have to stop us. Yeah. Jeremy says he hasn't seen Russ freeze yet. All right. Oh, I love it. Now stats matter, huh? You tell me I'm going overblowing stats, and then here you are throwing out a stat. Man, he dishes it out. He can dish it out. 2 of your receivers have more yards than St. Brown. That's because people can't stop us running the football. It's because our running back averages 9 yards a carry. Hey, St. Brown, you get another day off. They can't stop the run. Oh gosh, but yeah, nice stat though. That makes him better. That makes him better. Do all your receivers block? Christian Mahogany is on the active roster. Yes. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Yes. The Lions activate Christian Mahogany. I'll use that right from the Pride of Detroit. Christian Mahogany, 6th-round draft pick. Thank you for breaking that out there, helping me change the subject. That is good. I mean, this is one of those undersold things. You know, you get guys, you have plans for guys, and then you can't predict a guy is going to get mono and then have to rebuild his strength back up. But they knew what they were getting in Christian Mahogany. The guy had a 2nd, 3rd round grade. They end up getting him in the 6th round. And maybe we know why. Maybe he was sick and he's been going through that, and it took him longer to get back. But that is a guy that you pick up, that you're developing to be a quality backup in the league, a guy that can step in, possibly a guy that will take over at guard, because you got great starters. But you want to make sure that you have the depth. So this is a bigger move than what people would think. You know, for one thing, is like you're choosing to activate him to the 53-man roster, which means that he's going to be available for games. Like you go in and you play. You get to play when you're on the main roster. So they're expecting 6th-round rookie Christian Mahogany to be able to play, unless he's one of the scratches. You know, I think they what is it, 48 guys that they'll have active for game day. Mark G says, I think Reed might have a good game against us on Sunday. I expect him. See, one of the thing about the Lions defense is it seems like they do give up yards. They give up yards in between the 20s. But this team is hard to score touchdowns against. We have many weapons all over. Corey Patterson says Ann gets injured at 4-3. Yeah, and that's the thing. With Christian Watson, it's a matter of availability. If he's out there, you have to account for the speed. You got to account for the speed. He has the speed to run past you. But I believe in our safeties. I don't think that our safeties are going to let anybody get behind them. Not worried. His hamstring was held together by Gorilla Glue. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, man. I'm off on all of the drops today. Green Bay fans do not know what they're in for. The Detroit Lions are going to come into Green Bay and put them into the turf. Go Lions. Trying to make it 4 in a row. It's been 4 years. It's been 4 years since the Packers beat the Lions in Lambeau. And I know that's what they're telling. That's what they're telling each other. It's been Ford Field North up there. The Lions have owned the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. You know, we had guys doing Lambeau leap in the Yeah, here's something to think about there. Jimmy Hoffa, stat of the day, 24 touchdowns, 20 completions. Stop the run. Green Bay doesn't have a chance. What are you going to do about that? It's like you don't even have to worry about stopping Jared Goff yet. The offensive line is elite. They make shit happen. You're worried about Josh Jacobs breaking tackles. Jahmyr Gibbs don't need to break tackles. Jahmyr Gibbs don't need to break tackles. Jimmy Hoffa says, we have a top 5 back. Kudos to Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, one of the best after contact running backs in the NFL. You have a top 5 back. Hey, Jimmy, we have 2 top 5 backs. We have a back that's a lot like Jacobs. David Montgomery is a very comparable piece to Josh Jacobs. Montgomery's a better wide receiver, but the running styles, they're very similar. But Jahmyr Gibbs is in a league of his own. So do the Lions. Yes. Let's see. I'm trying to find here. You guys. I love that you guys. Okay, you guys going after Jimmy Hoffa. You guys going after Jimmy Hoffa, Broderick, and Iffy working with trainers. That would be a big boost. That would be a big boost because our backfield's been playing so much. It's like Iffy's role, you could bring in Iffy like a chess piece at that point. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun, Jeremy? You know, Iffy isn't going to need to play the meaningful snaps, you know. You can bring him in like a secret weapon. And Iffy's like a sack specialist from the safety position. Ooh, I would love to have Iffy back. I would love to have Iffy back. Mark G says Kraft gets more targets than Laporta does because we don't need to target our TDs as much as you do. Yeah, Kraft is having a good year. Give him some credit. Tucker Kraft, you know, he was drafted in the 3rd round, I think. You know, you got Luke Musgrave was the one that you thought was going to be the super dude. But it ended up being Tucker Kraft. And Tucker Kraft looks more like the complete tight end. He looks more like the complete deal, where Luke Musgrave looks more like a big guy that can receive sometimes. Our offensive linemen and running backs are better. Yeah, I think that we have a better running back room. We have a better running game in Detroit than the Packers do. We have a better run game when you're able to go back and forth. Man, you guys getting in there, but the day, all right, you guys are talking with each other still, but it's war week. We're doing it. I love it. Jimmy Hoffa, the new man in town, the new smack talker. There's some new smack talk in town. We got Jimmy Hoffa from the Green Bay. Because I want the and I give the opposing teams so much credit on this show, because it does. It takes courage to go to a show that's based around, the Lions. We're Lions homers. We're Lions slappies. We're going to undersell everything bad that happens, and we're going to oversell everything that's good, just like every one of the Packer shows that are out there. But I give kudos when you come on here and you run your mouth. That's cool. But I want you to know that this isn't our first rodeo, that we've made graphics. And we did. We had some push their chest out there with real big and tough Bear fans, and some strongly opinionated Viking fans that like to come in here and run our team down after every win while their team was winning. But, one Hail Mary and, a Viking beat down in Minnesota later, and they ghosted the villain. And then they're trying to make it personal, but don't make it personal. I'm not making it personal. I'm just having fun with my team. I'm having fun with my team, just like you would be having fun with your team if your team was winning. I don't know how long it's going to last. And that's the truth. I don't know how long it's going to last. That's why we work these things on 7-day cycles. That's why we work it on 7-day cycles. When you win, you get to run around through the streets, metaphorically, naked, with your metaphorical ding-ding hanging out. And you get to say, woohoo! For 7 days. It's hard to get wins in the NFL. It don't matter who you play. It's hard to get wins. Detroit's offense: Gibbs, Montgomery, Brown, Laporta, Khalif. Yes. See you Sunday, Jimmy. Have a blessed day from Mark. I love it. You see, Jimmy, I can't take you serious. I can't take you seriously. And you doubled down on it. But there's a thing called Google, Jimmy. Jimmy, let me help you. Google. If you Google And then you can go to the Detroit Lions roster and do a little research before you put your stuff out there like this. The linebackers are not small. Jack Campbell is 6'5", 252 pounds. Alex Anzalone, I don't know if he's small. I think that he's average size. Nowaski. Oh, I'm trying to help you, man. I'm trying to help you. Just Google some stuff first before you type it. Do a little research first. I actually have Google on in the background, right? So I can check my facts. See, these are the reasons why they ghost the villain after a while, because I just tell the truth. I talk it real. I'll give you credit where credit is due. The Lions have a better running game than the Packers. They do. I'm not going to take anything away from. I think that Jacobs had 2 stellar games where he went off. And that's cool. You get big games. The Lions' run game has been consistently good. Both, whether you're using the hammer or whether you're using Sonic, the Lions' run game has been consistently good. And that's why I believe, and you know, in looking at these teams, I mean, I think that offensive line to defensive line, I think that the Lions have the advantage on both sides. I think that the offensive line has an advantage over the Green Bay Packers defensive line. And I think that the Lions defensive line has an advantage over the Green Bay Packers offensive line. I mean, DJ Reader and Aleem McNeil and Levi Onwuzurike create problems just with the 3 of them. It's definitely a no-run zone. Josh Jacobs is going to have a hard time running the football. Especially if they get out to a lead on him. Now, wide receivers-wise, I mean, I think that Green Bay has better wide receivers, like as a whole. And because we have no Jameson Williams this week. But I like our wide receivers. The Lions have good wide receivers, but I'd give Green Bay the advantage there. Tight ends wise, I think, you know, Laporta hasn't shown a lot this year as far as the receiving part, but he's done his job at blocking. He's caught the balls that have came his way. He's quietly having a good season. But I'm not going to take anything away from Tucker Kraft either. So I'm going to call that one a push between Tucker Kraft and Sam Laporta. As far as the running backs go, I think Josh Jacobs is a good running back. I think their running game is solid, but you know, even if I call Josh Jacobs, I'll call him a top 10 running back. Even if I called him a top 5 running back, the Lions have 2 top 5 running backs. So I give the Lions the advantage in the run game. So offensively, the Lions should be able to move the football. They should be able to move the football on the ground. The play action should be alive and well. I'm thinking the less passes that Jared Goff throws, just like in any other game, is run efficiently through Jared Goff based off of play action. I think the Lions cornerbacks match up well against their 3 wide receivers. That is probably the biggest matchup that I'm looking forward to. Is the Lions' new look secondary with Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Carlton Davis, Amik Robertson, Terry Honor are all playing that sticky man with a continued high-level linebacker play. This is the Lion Villain Report. This is the Hump Day preview. I think the Lions are going to win this game. They are favored in the game, but I think they're going to win the game by 10 plus. I think it is going to be a game for a little bit, but the Lions are going to pull away in this game, and they are good at playing from that spot. And they're going to continue to be able to run the football. And I say that the Lions win that game 38-28. What's your prediction? What's your prediction for the Lions in this game? What is your prediction for War Week? The battle for the NFC North, for control of the NFC North. What do you got? Put it into the comments. This is the Lion Villain Report with your host, Russell Wayne. You can join me every morning at 10 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be doing the lock picks. So make sure you join me tomorrow morning. We're going to pick all of the games. I think I had a pretty good record this week. So I was digging on it. So we're going to make our predictions tomorrow morning. Thank you to the Villain Squad Facebook page and their 56,000 followers. Give us a follow. That we are the undrafted free agents, the UDFA of sports podcasting. And you can help us out by what? Hitting the like button. Hit the like button. Unless you're somebody that was looking for a knitting channel and stumbled across this, you don't have to like it. But if you like football, you like the Detroit Lions, or you like to troll the Detroit Lions, then you found the right place here. Why have billions when we can have thousands? Thank you to Joe Chap, the Detroit Lions News Podcast, the JC Sports Network. We're on YouTube at Lions Villain Squad. If you own a business and you want to partner with the Villain Squad, and you want to get out to our network of over 200,000 people, then you can get a hold of Main Event Mike, 810-620-2167. Give him a call. Find out how you can be guilty by association and partner with the Villain Squad. This episode and every episode brought to you by NFL Shop. Fueled by NFL Shop. Use the code in the comments. Get yourself up to 25% off of your order. It's faith, family, and then football in that order. We use football to spend time with our family and to create memories. We don't let football use us. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again. And that's tomorrow morning for the Lion Villain Report. God bless. Peace out.
Hey, yo, the lies told that you never make it. Hopeless, so it seems. Eyes closed, hands is open wide to embrace your dreams. Sometimes you gotta take a loss just to get the win. Like lots of sin was popping in like oxygen when boxes win. Focus on the mental. smooth instrumental. Better choose on the move in a pinto. Choose when I get to, never lose move on the move, but it's simple. Never give up and we running it, maybe. We just keep winning, we conquering daily. Envision and pay me, it's never the sway me. Indigenous, maybe we winning this crazy. Your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity. This your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity, your opportunity.
If Christopher Walken was here right now, he'd say The Lion's Villain Report. It's one of my favorite shows. Sometimes it goes over. Sometimes I might just pop in at the end. So you never know if you're going to miss it. But I don't want to miss tomorrow morning with the Lion's Villain Report. You should watch it. It's every morning, 10 a.m. It's good for you. It could be good for you. It could be good for your life. I was cheated in the last game. They grabbed my face mask. Can't you see? Can't you see? Donald Schwarzenegger will not stand for being grabbed by his face mask. I've been mistreated. It is my destiny. You can take my hand, Minneapolis. Take my hand, Minneapolis. You can do it. Try hard. Come on. I put them on my back. The whole city of Minneapolis in Minnesota, the Vikings. I'll take the whole city. I'll throw the ball to Justin Jefferson. I'm coming back. I'll be back. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Shut up, dumbass.